Welcome to Gab and Jam Light. It is Blog-vember 2019, and this time our Blog-vember is centered around tips. And so we have put our ticklers for tips in a bag, and I think I'm gonna let you pull.
I got one. Okay, I got one.
Okay, what you got?
Blogging tips. So I think this is more for you.
Yeah. Okay.
What are your blogging tips?
Okay. I kind of would piggyback on some of the things that you were saying earlier. Is for me, it is kind of going down the rabbit hole because, again, just like we talked about on one of our previous episodes, nobody's paying us to do this. There's no financial incentive, brand incentive to do anything particular.
Right.
So really, it's just indulging wherever we kind of want to go. I guess we were kind of steering it a little bit so that we could kind of brand ourselves as the DIY rockstar thing. But still, I kind of stay open to whatever suits my fancy as far as sharing.
Which seems like there's a certain amount of freedom in that.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy just sharing the things that inspire me or that make me feel more creative or more alive, because that is the basis of our channel, of everything we do. Is we're looking for inspiration, and by going through the experiences and the tools and things like that is where we find inspiration, and so we share that with you.
So how does that coalesce into a blog or 2 or 3 or 4? So understanding that part of it, I understand that you got this vat that you are kind of dipping in, this cauldron that you're dipping in with your ladle, and you're scooping it out, and you're doing the blogs. How does that process happen?
And I can just tell you this, that the blogging, the writing part of it is one part of the brain. The graphics are another part of the brain, and then the putting in the links and formatting is a completely different part of the brain. And there's sometimes where I can't do all of them. I have to focus on one, because if I think about all of them together, my brain is not ready to handle. So a lot of times I'll do a lot of writing, and there are actually quite a few that are almost written, but I just don't feel like taking it to the next step. So I always assume. So
how do you get to that? How do you take something that you've written, and then, and like you say, take all of those pieces of the brain, combine it to make that blog?
I do tune and fork method, and if I feel it strongly enough, then I will move it along the conveyor belt to the next step.
Okay, all right.
So, and if it doesn't quite make it there, then I have to assume I'm not as excited about that. And
so the key appears to be to having an overabundance of ideas.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a ton, so yeah.
So it's kind of having an overabundance of ideas, and then as you feel passionately about one idea
versus another,
to kind of flesh it out and finish it, then you can go ahead and finish it and then combine all of the parts.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like that. That's a good question. All right. Well, thanks for coming along this trip. If you dig the vibe, make sure you
subscribe.
And as always, we're wishing you love, peace, and
bacon grease.
And what? I don't do bacon.
Chicken grease, you guys.
All right, bye-bye.